Hello and welcome. Today we're going to be taking a look at a Reverend Sensei Jr, which I have right next to me here, but a couple housekeeping items. I had my pedal showcase and I had this pedal tucked away on a shelf outside of the storage of my other pedals. It is the Keeley Dark Side, which is a David Gilmour inspired pedal, and it's really an amazing and awesome pedal with fuzz, two different kinds of fuzzes. Well, three, I guess. There's three fuzzes. There is a flange, a rotary, a phaser, and a univibe. So you can really get those dark side of the moon sounds and things. It's a smaller pedal for as big as the different options that it has on it are, and I think it's really fantastic. So do check out the Keeley Dark Side if that kind of thing interests you. Another thing is that you might have seen I dropped a video of some music that I created that's kind of Halloween themed, and if you haven't checked that out, please do so. It's a pretty cool song. It's kind of heavy. It's kind of Halloween-y themed, so I thought I'd do that for October. That's the last video that I posted. So here is the Reverend Sensei Jr, and this one is really fantastic. I'll leave the specs to my new co-host that's going to be helping me out in the future with technical specifications of guitars and amplifiers and things, so I can just talk through my opinions about the tone or the sounds or the options of things with these guitars. But this is called a Carina Burst. They have different colors. There's a red one. I'm not sure of the others. It's very similar to my Reeves Gabriel Reverend that has a tremolo on it, and it only has one pickup, but that pickup is the Railhammer humbucker pickup that Reverend has, whereas this is their P90 pickup. And I'll provide some glamour shots for this and some flyovers and a little discussion about it, and introduce my new co-host, Mr. Gary Peterson. So without further ado, let's get to the overview of the guitar. Okay, check this beautiful Carina body Reverend Sensei Jr. I really like this Carina Burst because they let the wood grain show through on the middle of the quote-unquote burst there, and it just shows the natural Carina wood, which is really cool. Everybody knows I'm a fan of wood grain and the uniqueness of every single different piece of wood that's used. And this one also has a three-piece Carina neck, so it is a very light guitar. It's 7-point-some pounds if I remember correctly. It's not quite as thick as a Les Paul either, more kind of an SG, but it uses the Gibson Tune-o-matic style bridge with the locking tailpiece, not locking tailpiece, just the tailpiece there, and a P90 style pickup. So obviously this is a nod to the Gibson Les Paul Jr. It's a really gorgeous guitar. It's really comfortable to play, and these things are set up great out of the factory. I'm going to hand it over to Gary Peterson, my new partner, to talk about the specs. Gary?
Hello and thank you. I appreciate being included in this. I'm going to try to give you some good specifications on this here. Reverend Sensei Jr. Outfitted with one of our own CP90 bridge pickups, this hardtail set neck guitar brings hot soap bar tone to the table. The three-piece neck, black inlays, and gloss Carina body add up for one of the most vintage vibes, versatile, single-coil pickup guitars on the planet. Now this is from Reverend's site right here. So let's check out some of the technical details that make this so unique. It has a Carina body and neck pickup. It's a 9A5 bridge P90 type pickup. Tune-o-matic stop tail bridge, three-piece Carina neck, which makes this a very, very light guitar, which is great on the back. 24 3/4 scale, rosewood, 12-inch radius, fretboard, dual action truss rod with headstock access, Reverend pin lock locking tuners, bonite nut with volume, tone, bass, and contour controls. This guitar came in with a manufacturer's suggested retail price of $899. Thank you all. Appreciate being here.
All right. Thanks so much, Gary. Really appreciate the help and welcome to the show. So Gary mentioned that this thing has a 3-piece carina neck. I mentioned that earlier. And I really like the style of their headstock that they use here. It's Gibson E, kind of like a Les Paul type 3 on the side. But I think the protrusion of that Reverb logo in the middle is kind of cool, and it kind of has an offset vibe. So it's their own, and it's pretty cool. Now the Reeves Gabriel one that I have is 6 on the side, and it's more like kind of a Fendery design, but you can see these Reverend pin lock tuners. All their guitars come with these locking tuners. These things work great. If you don't have locking tuners on your guitar, I recommend you try them out. Anytime I get the opportunity to swap tuners, I'll put locking tuners on almost without fail. I like the Grip Lock by Hipshot tuners. They have a wide variety of styles. And they also have this unique, what they call a universal mounting plate. So you can put those tuners on without putting extra holes in your guitar. Really clever design. But yeah, take a look at the back of that neck. You can see the 3-piece carina wood on there. I think that's a really nice touch. Now, they could have just made that black. You know, it would have been a lot easier in the paint shop to do that. But they did that to make the wood transparent and be able to see the carina underneath there. Now, you guys may or may not know that the old Gibson carina bodies, the Explorer and the Flying V, like go for extremely outrageous, crazy prices. And it's not because of the wood is rare or anything like that. It's just those were rare guitars, but very lightweight as well. The wood is just very lightweight, and it makes for a very comfortable guitar. You can see I still haven't peeled the plastic off of that cavity cover. I'm going to do that because that shit drives me crazy. I did take it off the pickguard. When I bought this thing, I got it from a Guitar Center, and all the plastics were still on it. It seems like it's in practically new condition, except some moron tried to relocate the strap pin to the back of the guitar. You can see that hole there on the back of the horn where they try to relocate the pin. This thing really isn't neck heavy per se, especially when it's in the right place, which is at the horn there. And I put the strap pin back to that original spot, and it wears and plays really nicely on a strap. Just a nice contour on the back of the body there for your gut to hang out, and a nice pro touch of a metal jack cover, so that's not going to break away or anything like that. And there you have it. It's the Reverend Sensei Jr. with the P90 that actually rips and really sounds good. Thanks for stopping by.